Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Anderson Cooper. You have said that when you first started, you sort of jumped into these crisis zones in a way because you were avoiding some traumas in your own life.
My dad died when I was about 10 years old, and my brother committed suicide my senior year of college. My brother's death was very public. He killed himself in front of my mother. And I remember there were cameras waiting for us at that funeral home and taking pictures of us coming to and leaving. And I remember hating the cameramen. From then on, it's informed the way I tell stories, the way I interact with people who are in grief, the way I interact with people when I tell stories. How many people here are undergraduates? A lot? All right. Do you all know what you want to do? Because, yeah, okay, I'm with you, because I had no idea when I graduated college what I wanted to do. I tried to get an entry-level job in news, because I'd watched a lot of TV news growing up, and I could not get an entry-level job. I came up with this scheme, which was, I thought, if I went to really dangerous places, that I wouldn't have much competition. And if I did stuff that was really foolish, there wouldn't be a lot of other people doing it, and I could maybe become a reporter. So I had a friend actually make a fake press pass for me on a computer, and I borrowed a little home video camera, and I decided to just go to wars by myself. So I moved overseas. I know people are laughing. It seemed like a ridiculous idea in retrospect, but I snuck into Burma. I hooked up with some students fighting the Burmese government. I moved to Somalia in the early days of a famine there in '92. And I just started going from one war to another. And I got a job with Channel 1. And for about 3 years, I just went to wars.
What did you learn having to literally learn to do journalism on the job as opposed to going to journalism school and sort of understanding the way it's taught?
Yeah, I'd never been to journalism school. I'd never taken a journalism course. I'd watched a lot of TV growing up. I studied a lot of military history. I was really interested in British colonial wars in South Africa and Sudan and all these places. Africa really, it was the first time I'd talked my way through a roadblock. It was the first time I'd had a gun pointed at me in anger, which is, I guess, not many people point a gun at you in friendship, so I guess that's I'd actually left high school a semester early, right before the second semester senior year. I'd applied for college early, and I rode in a truck across sub-Saharan Africa. I think it would be kind of highfalutin of me to claim some sort of a legacy in the world of journalism or some sort of an impact. I mean, I think there's a lot of broadcasters who I look up to and admire, and whose work I really admire. There's so much I don't know. There's so much I still want to learn, and I think when you get to a point where you think you know all this stuff, I think that's a mistake.